Hello everybody, and welcome to another On the Wing Supply video. Today we're going to be talking about leather care and leather care guidelines. A high quality leather product should last you a lifetime as long as you're taking care of it, so some of these guidelines may help you extend the life of any of your leather good products. First things first, if you get your leather goods dirty, just take a soft cloth, if you need to get a little damp you can, and just wipe it clean. And then just let that sit out to dry. Don't get it soaking wet, but if you need a little bit of a damp cloth, feel free to do that just to keep your leather goods clean and looking good. If your leather goods get extremely wet, say you have it in your pocket and it's raining, goes through the washing machine, there's a few things you want to do to make sure that you're not destroying that leather good. For example, a card holder, you're going to want to take all the cards out. You're going to want to take a dry cloth and just pat that dry, blot down any water so that it's as dry as possible without scrubbing it too hard, and then let that sit out to dry. Now, when you're drying it, don't put it in the dryer, don't use a hair dryer, don't sit it out in the sun, because that'll really dry out the leather and cause more damage. So just set it out in a room, let it air dry over the course of a few days, and then you should be good to go. I think one thing to keep in mind is you don't want your leather goods sitting in direct sunlight. For example, if you have a valet tray or something, don't put that right in a window where it's seeing a lot of direct sun, because it will fade the color and also dry the leather out much faster. One thing that a lot of people notice when they have a real leather good is that it does stretch. So if you have a card holder like this and you try to put as many cards in here as possible and you're slamming them in there, you will stretch the leather and it won't go back to where it was when you first got it. So what I like to do is, for a standard card holder, I typically choose about 6 cards and put them in. It's just so it's a little bit snug, nothing's going to fall out, but I'm not overstretching the leather, and that will definitely help keep your leather goods in good shape. The final thing I wanted to talk through, and one of the most important, is leather balms. Every 3 to 6 months, you want to be applying a leather balm to your leather. That will help keep it moisturized, keep it looking good and vibrant. And there's a few different options on the market. So I'm going to talk through those options now. So these are the leather balms that I would recommend and that I have used, so I can vouch for their quality. The first one here, Venetian leather balm from Imperial. This one I use for leather shoes, leather boots. I like it because it is more of a liquid, so I can easily apply it to a clean rag, wipe that all over the shoe, and then polish that out with a horsehair brush. And I like that one just because larger surface area, it helps to apply it a little bit more evenly and a little bit quicker. So this is what I would recommend for shoes, but I do not sell shoes, so I will be talking mostly about these more solid leather balms here. So for small leather goods, I highly recommend getting a tin of leather balm like either Smith's or Vera Forma. And the reason being is that it's super easy to apply. So you just unscrew the lid and you just rub your finger in it, and then you apply that directly to the leather. Now, Smith's is probably the most well-known in the market right now for a solid leather balm like this. I recently picked up this Vera Forma leather balm from Black Flag Leather's video, and the reason I like this slightly more than Smith's is the ease of application. So it has a little bit lower melting point, so when you rub your finger in, it turns more into a liquid, so you can more easily apply a generous amount of this leather balm across the leather, rather than the Smith's, which is a little bit harder to melt down and does not liquefy quite as easily. So that is why I would recommend the Vera Forma leather balm for leather products. And this is what I apply before I ship out any goods, so it is something that I use and something that I really like. Thank you for checking out my leather care guidelines video. I hope this helped educate you on how to properly care for your leather goods. If you look into the description, there is a 10% off discount code for the Vera Forma leather balm, and that's good on either Amazon or Vera Forma's website. So feel free to go use that. They were generous enough to provide that discount code when I reached out to them, letting them know I was going to be creating this video and recommending their product. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for future leather goods content. Thank you.